Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Wes here from the Imaginary Wes MiSENER. If you're new to the channel, let me just tell you a little bit about myself quickly before we start. I have 10 years designing and manufacturing my own lines. You're here at my studio. It has an outlet store called the Imaginary Wes MiSENER. So this is where I'm based. This is where I shoot all my YouTube videos. I'm located in Toronto. And you can find out more about my work below. Let's start the video today. Today I'm going to talk to you, it's more of a motivational video, and the topic of today's video is, why am I not able to get my clothing line started? I mean, this is tough because, there's so much to do when you get started, but I'm going to basically, focus on probably what I think is the number one tripping point, and that's distractions. Like they're not able to focus very long on things, and this will take all of your attention and as many hours, there's not enough hours in the day to get started with a clothing line. So if you're distracted, if you can't focus on what you need to do and all the stuff that you need to get done to build your line, then it's not going to work. Like if you can't put your phone down, put it on silent, put down the Facebook and the Instagram and all the messaging to your family and talking on the phone, and every 2 seconds the phone company's calling you, or the internet, or somebody's trying to call you to sell you something, or it's just endless, the amount of distractions, video games, Game of Thrones, people just, their mind is just jam-packed with so much stuff, and you need to stop it. You need to put all that down and then get focused on your line and what you need to do for your line. And it's the same thing with your money. There's so many ways to spend your money, and there's so many distractions, and there's so many things that you can spend your money on. It's the same thing. You're going to have to discipline yourself to put your money into your line and invest it in your line, and and not buy the Starbucks coffee today for $8, or hit Subway and spend $15 on a sub with cookies and pop and chips and all that stuff. So number one, I think, it is the distractions. If you can get those distractions, get rid of those distractions, or learn how to basically turn the phone off, turn off the TV, all those things that do nothing for you, nothing, they're just trying, your eyeballs to them are so you'll watch their advertising and their marketing and stuff. So it's it doesn't really help you. Put down the distractions, figure out how, to get focused and be able to sustain your focus on this business. We're not talking just focus for an hour. Sometimes, we're talking focus for, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours straight, just working, because that's what it's going to take to get your line started. Is that focus and putting the distractions down. And in this world, there's so many, it's just not even funny. And you gotta let those go, because you gotta have the brain power and the focus to be able to do your work well and to do it efficiently. So if you're not focused on what you're doing, and you're making a bunch of mistakes, then you have to go back again and redo it, and then that takes even more time, and it's frustrating. And so you want to be extremely focused on what you're doing. And if you have a full-time job, it's so, that's why I understand people who want a different life, but they work full-time. By the time the weekend gets around and it's time to work on their side business, they just can't find the motivation because they're zapped. They just did a week worth of work, and probably after work they had all kinds of commitments, and like if you want to hang with your friends and then you want to go drinking, and like it all takes energy to do all these things, and that's like where that energy is not being focused on your fashion line and on what you do. So you have to make sacrifices, you have to give up things, you have to let distractions go that are costly and time consuming, and like let's call, and I'm sure all you guys know the word mental capital. Like there's things that tie up your mental capital, like if you're dating, or you have a bunch of, like maybe you're dating a few people, and maybe you have to date less, like if you're a man dating some women, or if you're like a woman dating some men, or even if you're whatever, you're gay, straight, like to be politically correct, like maybe you got to make the sacrifice, and just like not spend as much time on that. What if you're a Warcraft addict, or whatever video games, or I don't even really play video games, whatever was popular this time, like you gotta put that aside and focus on what is important to you, and that's your line. So number one, get rid of those distractions. Please, please figure out how to cut as many distractions out of your life, and devote that time that those distractions would have took towards your fashion line. Simple, right? It's a simple principle, it's a simple concept, but in practice, in our world, like especially in North America, or just even the whole world in general, with smartphones and TV and screens everywhere, and advertising everywhere, and people, it just is overwhelming. So you got to figure out how to get rid of distractions. Make space, make time where you can work on what you want. And you're going to see, I promise you get rid of some of those distractions, and you're going to see that you're a lot more effective, you're a lot more efficient, you're a lot more productive. That all those distractions zap productivity. They make people so unproductive that it's like people feel like it's impossible that they could even be productive. Like they think, well, I live in a world that doesn't even give me an opportunity to focus. And it's true, but you have a choice. You have a choice to not buy into, every time your phone, somebody texts you, that you have to respond instantly. Like you have a choice to, put the distractions aside. I'm telling you, don't neglect the people in your life. Don't not answer back to your mom, or give your mom a call, like, or your girlfriend, or like, don't neglect these people, but you can put them off to the side if you're working for the day, and get back to them when you're done work, or the next morning. Like, people are not that impatient. And if your girlfriend is sending you a question mark because you haven't responded or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, like haven't responded in 15 minutes or an hour, like that's not good either. So I mean, just tell them, or at least communicate, like, look, I'm working, I need to focus, I want to develop my line, I want to get started, I want to get moving in the right direction. Like, please, I will get back to you, please be patient, I'm not neglecting you. And I'm pretty sure they'll understand, and it'll be better anyways, because like, we need to focus on our own lives, and then do what we need to do, and then we'll come back to the people in our lives, and we'll give to them the best that we can. But we need to focus on what we're doing, we need to focus on our line, we need to focus on getting started, and doing everything we need to do. So I hope this video has been motivational for you. I hope you can put the distractions aside and get started and get moving on that line and get creating that line. If you want to know more about my work, you can see that below. I have an Instagram, I have an online store. You can donate to my work if you find that my channel has been giving you, a lot of value. The donations help me a lot. I mean, I can produce more videos. I can also invest in my collection and my creative work. So all your donations help a lot. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you for watching, and please have a look at the other videos. I have lots of other videos on this page, all based on fashion. Some of it's motivational, some of it's like technical stuff, some of it's opinionated. I'm hoping you can get a lot of value from that. So thanks again for watching. Please take care. Until next time, we will see you soon. Have a great day.